Teach me not a thing. Can only get better.
Hello. And we seeing each other again. It's a new week. It's new Papses, and with me, the same old Paps. How you doing?
I'm good, Paps. I'm good. It's been, the sun is shining. The weather's beautiful.
The weather is outstanding, and I have nothing else to say.
Yeah, I know. It's just great. It's great. How about you? How are you feeling?
Well, my week is a crazy one because I'm going away to my motherland for 2 weeks tomorrow, which is a happy days. But on the other hand, you know how it is. You have to wrap everything up. You have to make sure that your baby W1 radio is streaming music 24/7, even though you're away. You have to be sure that you're going to be okay because you know you're going to miss me.
Oh, I'm going to miss you so much. Yeah, I don't know if you want to talk about this, but you were a bit late today.
I'm glad that you have to talk about.
Okay.
No, look. It's a busy day. I know you have a meeting actually in less than half an hour, so we need to. But the Papses are about half an hour, so it's time to. I think it's going to be just about. Anyway, tell me quickly, or elaborate if you like. How was your week? I heard that you've been on a course how to become a hitman.
Well, more like a bouncer. I did my SAA course. I'll be officially tough. I'll have a license to kick people out of places.
Damn.
Yeah, however, given my size, I think I'll be leaning more towards management.
And you're talking about the politics and you're well spoken. It's just going to be more like a diplomatic persuasion.
Exactly. The use of force only if I have a terrorist attack within the building, and then I'll do a full occupation of the terrorists.
But hold on a second. Can you shoot people?
No, I can arrest people.
Yeah, but you're talking about the citizen arrest, isn't it?
Yes, citizen's arrest.
So everyone can do it, isn't it?
Yeah.
But now you've got a paper for it.
Exactly. I know how to do it properly.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're getting the new skills. Now I'm not afraid of going out in town with you on the side because I know.
You.
Yeah.
I'll
okay.
protect you.
Phew. Okay. I can now show my true colors then. So this week was a little bit busier, a little bit more things were happening compared to the other 2 weeks when we were talking about bins. And then, I'm going to quickly run through what we were talking about, and then I'm going to give a voice to Paps. So we have, starting with a Trump sanction, and the very, very fresh news. So Armenia and Azerbaijan, they finished the war, and apparently it has been brought up by Trump. Surprise. Then we have Putin and Trump meeting. That would be positive, but guess who is missing? Exactly. Then Texas gerrymandering. So we are basically talking if we're still living in a world of law, if the strongest country is not following the basic rules. Israel, unfortunately, that's the saddest news. Israel is planning on taking over the Gaza completely, occupy 100% of this territory, and giving deadlines to Palestine people. And then we have something which is happening in the place where we are recording from, London. We had Palestine action with over 450 people being arrested. And maybe a little bonus. We don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. You'll find out at the end of the episode. But hey, let's start with our Trump section. And Paps, do you want to start with the first headline?
Yeah, we'll kick it off with the Armenia-Azerbaijan peace deal being brokered. We'll start off with Reuters, who says that Azerbaijan, Armenia published text of US brokered peace deal.
While The Guardian said Iran and Russia stand to lose from US deal with Azerbaijan and Armenia.
So what's been happening?
So what's been happening is the war with Azerbaijan and I'm not pronouncing this country right, isn't it?
Azerbaijan.
Yeah, there you go. Every day learning something new. You did also some other course, right, about the pronunciation. So Azerbaijan and Armenia, they've been on a war for a very long time. The wars were called differently. There were, there were interruptions. There were more and less rowdy moment, but basically they were in a constant war, and it's good that it happened. But what's surprising is that happened because of the intervention of the Trump, because we know that this whole region is and always been under influence of Russia. So Trump went there. Trump brought the peace. Trump support. The peace talks, and they decided that they're gonna put the official paperwork in place in October, which means that until October some things might happen, but politically, before meeting Trump and Putin, which we're going to be talking about, that's a strong move. That's saying, hey, your garden is not your garden anymore, and look at this. You could have finished that war earlier. I'm coming and I'm bringing the peace. I hope you're not going to get the Nobel Prize. What do you think?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to mention. Like this, Trump really wants the Nobel Prize. He wants to one-up Obama and won the Nobel Peace Prize.
Was Obama nominated as well?
He won.
Did he?
Yeah, Nobel Peace Prize. I think it was in 2012.
Oh, I wasn't born.
You weren't born.
So it's okay.
So Trump really wants his Nobel Peace Prize. And that's why he is... I mean, the skeptic in me is that he's going to places where peace is about to happen, and he steps in like, no, I did it. It was me. However, let's not hold our breath too much, because, as mentioned by The Guardian, Iran and Russia are not too happy about this, mainly due to the fact that, for the Iranians at least, the Azerbaijan, part of the peace deal is that in Azerbaijan there will be this sort of trade corridor for the US and Iran, and it kind of goes through Iran or like borders Iran. And Iran is saying, nah, we don't like this.
Yeah, but do you think it's going to have actual influence on what is happening? Because we know from how Iran was bombed by US and no one helped them, including Russia. Everyone turned their back on them. Obviously, Iran cannot do anything to US. The whole point of US bombing them was to get rid of any nuclear potential. We know that it didn't happen fully, but still, do you think that US is going to get scared?
I think it just adds a bit more fuel to the fire. I mean, obviously, it's a very tense situation between US and Iran. And this is a bit more of the US poking Iran, like... just going all around them, saying to Iran, basically, down boy.
Well, you see, in my opinion, it's US poking Russia. Because right now, they're gonna, that's a great sort of token in put Trump's hand saying, hey, you see, if Russia is directly involved in a war, I cannot bring the peace. If Russia is not directly involved in a war, but even though it's in their territory, I'm sorting this out within 24 hours.
I mean, it's poking two beasts with one stick, like both Iran and Russia.
Yeah. The question is how strong those beasts are, and really if they are united. Because from the bombing on Iran, I don't think Russia is really caring about taking side of Iran. They're just minding their own business.
Yeah. I mean, and again, you know, and this might be a good segue into the next story.
Yeah.
But this might be a chip to be played
during the talks.
During the talks. Like, okay, fine. Maybe Armenia, Azerbaijan doesn't need to make peace just yet. Let's focus on Ukraine instead.
Yeah. Okay, so the next story, I'm going to start with the new headline. Mm-hmm. Al Jazeera, Putin will fool Trump. Why Ukrainians are worried about Alaska talks.
And Sky News has the headline, Donald Trump reveals when and where he will meet Putin for Ukraine talks.
So, what do you think about it? Is anything bothering you with this?
I feel like there's an empty seat in the house.
Yeah.
Which, of course, is Zelensky.
And did he just forgot to come, or?
No. So basically, these Putin and Trump agreed that Putin said, "Okay, let's talk," but no Zelensky. And then Trump came back saying, "Okay, no Zelensky this time, but if we're talking again with Zelensky present." However, in the meantime, Trump said, "See, Freudian slip."
They look similar though, so it's fine.
Trump said that everything is on the table, including a swapping of territories. And Zelensky right away said, nah. Hold on. We want all of our territories back.
Well, you see, my problem is that I've seen headlines when Trump is saying everything is on the table, exactly what you said, but I also seen headlines when Trump is saying we're definitely not going to give the territories of Ukraine. So my problem is whatever Trump is saying about the upcoming events, suing people, sorting things in particular amount of time. For me, we are talking about like almost a year of him being a president. Or maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe not a year, maybe like 9 months. But then still, I am kind of getting tired of him saying big stuff because they're losing its power. And what I'm thinking right now is that, yes, it's unacceptable that the meeting is happening. And yes, Trump might be fooled by Putin. But I hope that the thing with the previous topic, the Azerbaijan, might be the trade to give Putin something for him to ease out on Ukraine. What do you think?
I mean, I think for Trump, it's very particular meeting, mainly because this is the Ukraine war is one of those promises that he has not delivered yet. He said that the war will be done within 24 hours. It's now been 8 months. And, I don't know if Trump's watch is a bit slow. That 24 hours lasts 8 months. But, he wants to get this sorted.
But you know what? If we're in Europe, maybe in US, the time is just moving at a different pace.
He's doing the time-saving energy.
Exactly.
Clock. Yeah.
I'm quite jealous because I would love this 8 months just to be 24 hours. It would be great.
So he really wants to, anyway, so he wants to really finish this Ukrainian situation. However, the world stage is very concerned. Everyone is calling JD Vance, everyone's calling Trump himself, because last time Trump and Putin met, back in 2016, 2017, Trump folded for Putin. This was just after the Russia report that said that Russia interfered with the 2016 election. And Trump, during that meeting, during the press conference with Putin, he said, I don't believe the FBI, CIA. I trust Putin more that he said he did not interfere. So basically, everyone doesn't want a situation like that repeating.
Well, yeah, there's also when I was saying that I'm hoping for this to end on a better note for the Western world, there is also a potential, because we have to remember that not a long time ago we even talked about it. Russia was in a position that there was no interest really of ending this war. So there might be a situation that the Putin will just sell Ukraine for nothing. Which is sad, but again, the same as with the previous news, we cannot say what it's going to be until it's going to happen. So the best thing is to watch another Papses, so you have a full picture.
We're weekly on Spotify, YouTube,
exactly. Not bragging about it, but give us a follow.
And also, just before we go to the next story, I just want to mention, because this story is not really gone away. It's been very loud and messy this week. Trump has been messy, mainly because everyone is starting to forget about the Epstein files. He's just flooding the zone, as it's called.
Exactly. She's doing a lot of noise. But let's remember that if he's not playing golf, he's on his favorite island.
The island's still there.
The island is still there. Exactly. Okay, we're moving to the next one. I'm gonna start. So CNN says Texas Democrats leave the state to prevent vote on GOP-drawn congressional map.
And you have Newsmax saying Trump, FBI may have to track down Texas Democrats who fled state.
So now I'm going to give the voice to Paps, because I have barely any knowledge about what is happening here.
I mean, to be fair, this is a very geeky political geeks section.
I know you love it.
All right, so let's start. So what is gerrymandering? Gerrymandering is a practice that happens in a lot of countries where you redraw the province, the district, the electoral college, basically. So areas where if a majority votes for something, that means that it's one representative who votes on something. The only difference is that in the US, it's not independent bodies that redraw this. It's the politicians themselves. So basically, they pick and choose what the easiest way for them to win is. Why is this particular gerrymander controversial? is because gerrymandering usually happens every 10 years. So 2010, 2020, and the next one is 2030.
Let me interrupt here. Is that a written rule somewhere, or it's just a gentleman agreement that every 10 years?
It happens because that's when the census happens. So, you figure out who's where.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, he said, okay, there's a few more Republicans there. Let me carve it out so it's spread towards other Democrats.
So basically, they're doing this every 10 years because they're assuming that every 10 years the tendency is going to change. So they're keeping it fair.
Yeah,
theoretically.
And things change. People move.
Yeah.
And basically, why do they want to do it in 2025? Because the midterms are happening soon. The midterms is basically an election for the House of Representatives. And Trump is concerned that if there's during the midterms, the Democrats will win the House, and you'll have a third impeachment. And he definitely doesn't want that. He already removed from the Museum of Presidents. He removed his name from the list of presidents that were impeached, even though he's the only one to be impeached twice. So that's the context. What's the drama?
Oh my God, I was thinking that's the drama already.
Oh, there's more.
Okay, guys, time for another coffee. Go for it.
Have a sip. The drama is that the Democrats have decided to do something. We haven't spoken about the Democrats for 8 months, and finally they found their line. Epstein files, fine. Tariffs, fine. I don't know, a plane from Qatar, fine. But gerrymandering, no.
We cannot allow that to happen.
So basically, all the Texan Democrat representatives have decided to leave, take off. They've left the state. Because if there's not enough representatives in the vote, there's no quorum, and the vote cannot go ahead.
So now the question is it against the law to do the gerrymandering right now, and that way Republicans try to maximize their chances for winning the next elections? Or is it bigger crime for them to leave, the Democrat representatives?
None of this is a crime. You can gerrymander whenever you like, and you can decide not to vote whenever you like. The illegality here is the fact that Trump is saying we have to track them down with the FBI. We need to, the Speaker of the House has decided, we won't pay the Democrats. They decided to do they were in Iowa in this hotel, all of them meeting, and they were doing a press conference. Half an hour before the press conference, bomb threat gets called in the hotel, so they need to postpone it. Next day, they decide, okay, let's do it today, the press conference. Again, half an hour before, bomb threat calls in, so they can't do the press conference.
What a coincidence.
I know. These bombers are everywhere.
Yeah, that should be new Olympic sport in US then.
Yeah. They already have...
They're already pretty good at it.
Yeah, they're good at the guns. Guns in schools. It's a national sport. Too soon, always too soon. So this is, it's very authoritarian, this. Basically coercing and forcing a vote to go ahead in the way that they want to do.
But it's also like using the services like FBI to do your political game. It's
not.
It's not a good thing.
No, it's not. It's not a good look.
Yeah. Again, that's one of those newses when we have to keep you posted.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to happen overnight. And let's see. The funny thing is, like, this is the actual thing where Trump is doing stuff and not just talking. And that, for some reason, has no publicity. As you said, it's very geeky. No one is talking about it. I'm pretty sure they're taking care of. No one speaking about it.
I mean, even when we were talking about the Epstein files, we kind of forgot to mention, just because it wasn't in the forefront, that there was a vote to get Ghislaine Maxwell to talk in the House as a, sort of a subpoena. And the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, said, "Oh no, holiday. Let's have an early summer. Let's vote on this afterwards."
Hey, you cannot blame the man.
Yeah, I know. It's been a long year.
Okay. So now we're going to the next news. The next news is the sad one. Is Israel gives Gaza till 7th of October for evacuation, and the Telegraph says Israel gives Gaza until until October 7th to evacuate ahead of fuel occupation.
And then we have the Daily Mail, because we love the Daily Mail. Israel threatens to create permanent occupation area in Gaza as IDF blocks north-south movement for millions and expands ground offensive.
Well, so this is basically a proof how the threats from all the European leaders saying if Israel won't change their behavior, if they're not going to make amendments, if they're not going to call the ceasefire, we're going to accept Palestine as a separate country. And so then Israel is saying, instead of really debating with that, how about we're going to completely wipe the country off the map? Yeah. So they cannot...
How can you recognize a state if there is no state?
Yeah, so basically what is happening is Gaza is occupied by the Israeli forces, in their opinion, in 75%, although UN is talking about 85% right now. And there is no front line when they are defending. It's just Israel is not doing this in 100%. But if they want to, they can do it within a day, 2 or a week. And right now they wanted to completely occupy the whole region, giving people time to leave. And this is crazy because then Bibi will start saying, oh, we're actually good people. We're giving them time to leave, right? Yeah. We're not just completely flattering down.
And of course, that's the headline. We're giving them time to leave. Question is, where are they going to go? And how are they going to go there? Because as the Daily Mail said, they're blocking the north and the south.
And it's also who gives you a right to decide what is happening with the territory.
Yeah. So north, south blocked. They on the west, you've got the sea, even though Israel said that Palestinians can't go to the beach, can't touch the sea. So the only way is east. And what's in east?
So we're not going to do the political fiction. We're not going to talk about Trump potentially doing his resort after it's going to be taken over. And but the thing is, it's alarming because this is a massive genocide followed by complete occupation, taking over the region, which was devastated, breaking all the human rights laws, and no one is doing anything about it. It's hard to say anything. In my opinion, it's hard to imagine for that to not happen. Mm-mm. Why would he change his mind? Trump didn't even properly comment on that, and then obviously he's backing up Netanyahu. European nations have no influence on what he's doing.
I don't think it's not that he's changed his mind, in my opinion. I think he's finally decided what the end game is. Because before it was, we're just, when Hamas is fully eradicated, when we killed all the leaders, I guess we'll stop. But most of the leaders are gone already. Amongst all those kids in hospitals, there were, they managed to get a few Hamas leaders. Now, I guess we have Netanyahu's endgame, which is full destruction of Palestine, which I don't want to say that all the Palestine activists that I told you so, but they did kind of tell you so.
Yeah, and it's it's a situation that's giving them the possibility of do the full expansion.
Yeah,
go full on and move towards the rest of the country, possibly completely wiping out the country from the map, which wouldn't be ideal. Again, it's 7th of October, so we're gonna be keeping you posted. But let's move forward. Palestine action: 400 plus people arrested.
Yeah.
The Guardian says Palestine Action is a violent organization. Downing Street says after mass arrest over the weekend.
And then you have the Observer, who says as hundreds committed the offense of putting ink to cardboard, police moved in.
Yeah, so what we are saying, we have the people protesting in London and peacefully protesting, doing whatever they want to do, whatever the protest is, right? Painting the cardboard, shouting, walking through, but then not even walking, sitting down. Mm-hmm. And then police is coming and arresting over 400 people. I think it's between 450 and 500 people as a final number.
I think it's even more than 500.
Well, there you go. And I'm just saying, does police have not better things to do than arresting people who are sitting down? Like, it's just, and also, like, think on which side you are. This is such a sensitive topic. And official statement of Keir Starmer was, if Israel will not change the actions, we will be changing our approach to them. And then this is the opposite side protesting, and they're arresting. I don't know.
It's one of the hypocrisies of Keir Starmer, because Palestine Action, the reason why so many were arrested is because the Home Office declared that Palestine Action is a terrorist group. Because one time they broke into a RAF base and sprayed an airplane. Not blew it up, not killed anyone, not shot anyone, sprayed a plane. And therefore they're a terrorist group, and that's why all these protesters, who all they did was sit down, write on a piece of cardboard, I do not support the Israeli invasion of Gaza, signed Palestine Action. And what happened was that they were literally there in a queue, sitting down, waiting to be arrested. One at a time. They were there. Okay, is it my turn to be arrested? Okay, take me in. And bear in mind, most of these people, I think it was over 50%, they were over 60. You know,
a real threat.
Hardcore terrorism here.
Yeah. I mean, like, thanks God, Met Police is watching for our health.
I saw this headline as well, which was from the Daily Express, which we didn't include, but it was saying something that Palestine Action planned to have this mass arrest to overload the police system.
Exactly.
So that was their terrorism, overloading the police station because they had to arrest all these people.
I'm curious, what was the newspaper putting this headline on?
I think it was the Daily Express. Yeah.
What a surprise.
Yeah, but this is spin. This is spin, and it's a pure.
Exactly. This is the epicentrum of spin room.
Yeah. This is it.
Well, so I think we were talking about a lot of ridiculous things this episode. Mm-hmm. I think we are ready to move on with the rest of our week. And Paps, thank you for being with me here today, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you, Paps, and thank you for listening.
Bye.
This is the Soho moment. This is SOMO W1 Radio.